Hey guys, Z here and welcome back to my channel. I'm sorry if my voice sounds a little bit different today, it is because I do have a cold. Anyway, with that out of the way, I asked you in a previous video if you guys wanted to see a comparison review between the KZ ZSTs and the KZ ZSRs. So you guys answered me in the comments section below. You've made it clear that you do want to see that comparison review between the ZSTs and the ZSRs. Some of you other guys also wanted to see a comparison between the ZSRs and the Xiaomi triple drivers. So I'm going to do you guys one better. I'll do the review on the KZ ZSTs versus the KZ ZSRs. Then I'll compare the ZSRs to the Xiaomi triple drivers. And then after that, I'm going to compare them to the UiiSii T8Ss. But first, let me preface this video by saying that these are all excellent sounding earphones. Just to quickly get this out of the way, out of the whole bunch, the ZSRs are the brightest, so they are the most ear fatiguing when listening to them for longer periods of time. And the ZSRs are also the most sibilant sounding. Now with that said, I do prefer the warmer sounding out of the bunch, since the brighter earphones are harder to listen to for longer periods of time. So between the ZSTs and the ZSRs, there's more detail within the sound from the ZSRs, but they are also more sibilant sounding. And not to mention, they are also brighter on the ears, so if you listen to these for longer than 30 minutes, they start becoming very fatiguing. Now with the ZSTs, they're more warmer sounding, so you can listen to them for longer periods of time. And the soundstage is also slightly better along with the bass and sub bass. It's almost unnoticeable though. So the key differences between the sound on these earphones is the brightness. The ZSRs are brighter than the ZSTs. Now when it comes to comfort and fit pre-mod, because I did mod my ZSTs as you can tell with the brown silicone, so pre-mod the ZSRs are more comfortable and are more stable within my ears. But post-modification, the ZSTs are killing it. Now if I had to choose between both of these earphones, I would definitely choose the ZSTs. And the main reason being is they're less ear fatiguing. And they're also less expensive. Up next, we have the ZSRs versus the Xiaomi triple drivers, also known as the Hybrid Pro HDs. So with the ZSRs, they are louder at the same volume. They do have a boomier bass as well. The sub bass is also better, along with the sound stage as well. Sound detail is also better within the ZSRs, but with that said, the Xiaomi triple drivers are a lot easier to listen to. They're less fatiguing on the ears. Regardless though, they both do sound fantastic. With the sound, it mainly comes down to if you prefer a more forward presentation, which the ZSRs have, or do you prefer a more laid back presentation, which the Xiaomi Hybrid Pro HDs have. Now when it comes to comfort and fit, the Xiaomi Hybrid Pro HDs are more comfortable in the ears, but the ZSRs are more stable. They do hold better within my ears. Now one huge potential deciding factor between these earphones is that on the KZ ZSRs you have the ability to change out the cables, while on the Xiaomi Hybrid Pro HDs, what you see is what you get. You don't have the option of changing out the cables. So if the wire does happen to break on the Xiaomi Hybrid Pro HDs, you pretty much have to toss them out. If I had to choose between the two, I would like to say that I'd choose the Xiaomi Hybrid Pro HDs, for the reason being that they are easier to listen to, they are warmer sounding, which I do prefer, but considering that the Xiaomi Hybrid Pro HDs don't have interchangeable wires, I would have to go for the ZSRs. Next up, we have the ZSRs versus the T8Ss. And that is by UiiSii, or if I'm not pronouncing that right, that's UiiSii. It's been about a year and I'm still not 100% sure how to pronounce this brand name. Alright, so the ZSRs versus the T8Ss. So both of these earphones are forward presenting, meaning that they're both very loud at the same volume and they're just right up front in your ears. So you really do feel close up within the music. Remember, forward presentation. But with that said, the ZSRs are more brighter than the T8Ss. And they're also more sibilant sounding. And honestly, I kind of expected this since the T8Ss only have one balanced armature driver, whereas the ZSRs have dual balanced armature drivers. And now that I think of it, the Xiaomi Hybrid Pro HDs also have the same setup as the T8Ss. So the T8Ss are warmer sounding than the ZSRs. The soundstage is more open within the ZSRs than the T8Ss, but everything else is pretty much the same. Now when it comes to comfort and fit, the T8Ss crush the ZSRs. They're more comfortable, they fit better in the ears, and they're overall more stable. But just like the Xiaomi Hybrid Pro HDs, these also don't have interchangeable cables. So if the wire does ever get damaged, then these are pretty much useless. Another thing with these T8Ss is the price. They are almost double than what the ZSRs cost. If I had to choose between the two, I would take the ZSRs since they are less expensive. You have that option of interchanging the cables. And lastly, the soundstage is a little bit better. From these 4 earphones though, my favorites by far are the ZSTs. Reason number 1 being that I find them the most balanced out of all of them, so to me they do sound the best, they're not fatiguing. Reason number 2, they are the least expensive. And reason number 3, I modify these so that they stay in my ears very well. Now 2 more things I wanted to mention before concluding this video are, if you do purchase a pair of KZ earphones, you might want to opt in for the upgraded wire. And the reason being is that the upgraded wire feels so much better than the regular sticky KZ wire. So not only does it feel better, it's also higher quality and it's also less prone to tingle. And then another thing you want to invest in is a good pair of ear tips, since the ear tips that ship out with the KZ earphones are trash. Anyway, I'll have everything that I spoke about in this video in the description below. Well guys, that's pretty much it for this comparison video. If you feel like I did miss something out, let me know in the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you guys for watching, and until next time, I'll catch you on the flip side.